G'day mates, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to cover everything you need to know about the DreamHack Duos tournament that's taking place in less than 2 days. The reason why I'm making this video is because a lot of people are really confused about what's going on. Is it cancelled? If it's not cancelled, how do I register? Did they just change the format? There's a lot of questions going around and I'm going to answer them all in today's video. Also, the reason why so many people are freaking out is because Epic just announced a Duo Skin Cup, the Gamora Cup, that is going to take place at the same day, at the same time as DreamHack. So I found as much information as I can. I'm going to cover it all to clear up the confusion, let you know exactly what's going on. Also, we had the Trio Cash Cup today, and there was some upsets. There was some obviously very predictable performances from Hen, Janice, and Chapix. These guys are just absolutely ridiculous. We had some other favorites like Tayson's team perform really poorly on EU. Some people started saying they're not doing too hot anymore, and then absolutely dominate on NAE. So I'm going to cover all of that at the end of today's video as well. So DreamHack Fortnite tweeted out, we have updated the point count for eliminations in DreamHack Open featuring Fortnite. Eliminations in qualifier heats are 3 points each, eliminations in semis are 4 points each, and eliminations in finals are 6 points each. See you in a few days, winky face. Now, this is a fantastic change, but this sparked a lot of people to realize, wait, DreamHack's happening in less than 2 days. And yes, DreamHack Duos is taking place in less than 2 days. So I'm going to cover everything you need to know. This is not the Cash Cup Extra. This is Duos. So if you want to look at EU and NA East, remember there's different qualifiers going on in both regions. EU has 3 qualifiers. NA has 2 or 1. This is quite confusing. We're going to hopefully get more information tomorrow. I have it from some people that I've talked to that know a bit more behind the scenes. Don't start saying I work at Epic. It's not like that. I've just heard from people that NA East is supposed to have 2 heats, not 1. But if you go to DreamHack Fortnite's website, it only has 1 for NA East and 3 for EU. That doesn't make a lot of sense. I know EU should have extra. I think EU 3, NA East 2 makes the most amount of sense. So keep your eyes peeled. I'm going to cover everything based on the website today, but I have a feeling potentially there's a typo here or there's some miscommunication because NA East looks like it should have 2. Only 1 heat to then a semi-final to then a grand final. So what's the point of the semi-final then? If you're just gonna, it just doesn't seem to make too much sense to have heat straight into semi-finals with only 1 heat. Normally it would go 2-1 grand final, but we'll see. So, timing. When is it taking place? NA East is going to be taking place. Heat 1 is going to take place on August 11th, 7 p.m. till 10 p.m. EDT. Then EU, Heat 1 and 2 is going to take place on August 11th from 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. CEST. Then Heat 3 is going to take place the next day from 6 p.m. till 9 p.m. If we then look at the semi-finals, NA East is going to take place on the 12th from 7 p.m. till 10 p.m. EU is going to take place on August 18th, 7 p.m. till 10 p.m. NA East Grand Finals is going to be August 18th from 7 p.m. till 11 p.m. And then EU Grand Finals is going to be August 19th from 7 p.m. till 11 p.m. So pretty simple. They take place 2 days consecutively back to back for heats and semi-finals, or just heats for EU. Then semi-finals and grands runs back to back for EU. So it's going to be interesting to see. It's also a weird break in between, but obviously DreamHack has to fit around the current competitive roster, which makes it a lot more difficult. As far as how many people actually qualify through. So if we're going to be looking at it, open qualifiers with 500 duos advancing from each heat to the semi-finals. Each duo can play a maximum of 10 games during the 3-hour heat. Semis with 500 to 1,500 duos and 50 duos advancing to the grand final. Each duo can play a maximum of 10 games. So it's a pretty similar, normal, multiple round Cash Cup. You start off with 500 duos going through from each heat, and then semi-finals, you have to get down to 50 duos. But this is where I find it, again, really confusing. For 1 heat for NA East, that seems really strange. 500 go through and then 50 come out. If you're then looking at EU, it's going to be a lot harder. You're going from 1,500 duos down to 50 compared to 500 down to 50. Like, I know EU has more players and a lot of people would argue that EU is a better region, but that is a big discrepancy. Next question you're going to ask, and now this is a hard one, how do I sign up? In the past, you have had to sign up for DreamHack, but if you go to the website, it says, do I need to sign up? You do not need to sign up. Just open your Fortnite client and make sure you can join the tournament in the Compete tab. There's no tournament in the Compete tab. And this is in less than 48 hours. This is why everyone's freaking out. What is going on with DreamHack? Again, I've heard it from good authority that hopefully it should be in the compete tab tomorrow. Don't panic if you haven't signed up. If you can't find the sign up, you don't need to. It will be in the compete tab. DreamHack has clearly said that. Let's really hope that by the time my video goes live or by the time you're watching it, it's in the compete tab. Now, I already gave a little bit of a teaser to the point format, but placement is going to be the same for every single round. Top 25 duos, you're going to get 2 points to make in that top half of the lobby. You're going to get a point for every single placement up until 4th. Then you're going to get a few bonus. Then for 3rd, 46, 2nd, 49, and for the Vic Roy, you're going to get 55. So when you look at the open heats, the qualifying games, that's a pretty good elimination to placement threshold. 55 points for a win or 3 points per elim. Semifinals, 4 points per elim, 55 for a win. You're getting a little bit more W key. And then in the finals, when it's the best of the best, it's set lobbies. That's when you're going to have 6 points per elim and 55 for the win. That's still a little bit high for me. I'm not going to lie. If I could do this format, I would actually probably do maybe 2, 3, 4 for each round. So 2 points for opens, 3 for semis, and then 4 for finals. I get it's finals. I get they're the best players, so getting eliminations should be rewarded. But 9 eliminations being worth an entire victory royale, it's going to lead a lot of players to have big pop-off games, especially if they're going for height and stuff like that, or going for bust, which we'll have to see. I think the games are still going to be insanely stacked. Top 50 duos from EU and NA East is always going to be ridiculous, and I still think that changing it for the open format is going to be the best. That's where it needed. I actually made a tweet about this. I made a tweet ages ago asking DreamHack that could they please change the point format. No, I am not claiming they did it because of me. I don't have that kind of influence, but it's awesome to see DreamHack listening to their community because a lot of people are asking for it, not just me. So I have to sing DreamHack's praises here. Thank you so much for listening to the community. Even if I would have tweaked the elimination format a little bit more, the fact that you listened and tried, and maybe I'm wrong and this is going to be a fantastic format, makes me so happy. Thank you so much, DreamHack Fortnite. And again, I love these tournaments so much, and I think DreamHack is doing so many things right with these tournaments. I know your next question is going to be who's playing with who do I think is going to win? I think I'm going to save that for a little bit longer. I think I'm going to wait until potentially we get at least to the finals or semi-finals, or if there's maybe some scrims going on today so I can see who the pros are playing with and where they're dropping, because right now it's a little bit up in the air. There's just a lot of rumors, a lot of just talks on stream and on Twitter about, oh, I'm playing with this guy, but nothing's really confirmed yet. So that will come, trust me, before the finals come around. I'll do a full drop spot breakdown, who's playing with who and who do I think's the best, but right now there's just not a lot of information to go off. I'm sorry. Now, you also may have noticed we had the Gamora Cup announced for August 11th, which is a Duos Cup on the same day as DreamHack Duos. Now, it looks like there is going to be some overlap on time. I'm not sure exactly when, because we're still waiting to confirm everything with DreamHack, because I'm still waiting to see if they're going to change anything, to see if they know that this event was on. DreamHack is separate to Epic Games. You guys need to remember that. So they have a relationship with Epic, and they're sanctioned to run tournaments, and I love the relationship they have, but maybe DreamHack just wasn't aware of the fact this Gamora Cup was going to be on. Maybe no one at Epic let them know, so we'll have to see, but it's a pretty standard skin cup. It is for the Gamora outfit, which is obviously from Guardians of the Galaxy. You get the back bling, the spray, and the skin. It's very similar to every other skin cup. It looks like right now, this is the format that Epic loves for skin cups. It's a Duos Cup. Victory Royale is 42 points. Each elimination is worth 1. You have to place a certain number in every region, so EU is top 2,500, NA is top 1,250, NA West is top 500, etc. So it's pretty standard to all the other skin cups you guys are playing at the moment. It looks pretty solid. It's Opens division. I'm still waiting to see if anything moves, but that's basically all you really need to know about the Gamora Cup. The only other thing I'm going to say, though, is I don't know about you guys, I'm just really getting over the collaborations. I don't want to be that negative guy. Again, I'll try to be positive when I can, but there's so many collaborations right now, I just don't care anymore. They could bring my favorite character from anything ever to the game, and I still think I'd be like, cool. Like, it's more cosmetics. It's not hurting anyone, so I don't want to be that guy. Like, if people are super excited for the Gamora skin, and at least there's a tournament to make it a bit more fun, but overall, I just don't really want to even comment on half these skins or cosmetics anymore, because there's just been so many collaborations. I just really don't care. There's just too many of them. They've lost all their hype for me. Now, moving on to the Trio Cash Cup results, we have a super surprising result out of EU. Who would have picked it? We had none other than Hen, Janice, and the Falcons' new signing Chapix win the EU Cash Cup, finishing on 220 points, 9 matches played, 3 Vicroys, just beating out High Chris's team in second on 218. Now, you're probably used to seeing those two teams quite close together or a lot surrounding them. Remember, it was High Chris's team that was contesting Hen's team at Craggy Cliffs last FNCS that caused all the drama. But again, I've already talked about this. High Chris's team's now going Corny Complex. They're seeing fantastic results. Hen's team's going Craggy. Everybody's happy. And honestly, right now, Hen, Janice, and Chavix have to be the most dominant team in the world. I know you're probably saying, what about Tayson's team? And Tayson, unfortunately, didn't do too well on EU, but it's Tayson. They got to be up there on the leaderboard somewhere. Vino and Reason, they're going to be featuring on NA. I'll talk about that in a little bit. We also had Kiriachi's team in third. They're playing so consistent right now. Aqua's team in fourth. They came back out of nowhere with a 23 elim win and a 15 elim win to finish out the Cash Cup. I mean, just when you thought Aqua's team maybe wasn't going to be up there, they just come back with 2 ridiculously massive games in the high skill-based matchmaking lobbies. Again, this is why Aqua's team has already qualified into the FNCS finals. They can play the stack lobbies, they play height, and they dominate. We also had Stompy's team up there, we had Seti's team up there, we had Clement's team up there, Kezik's, Baffo's team. Again, we had Mark's team. I'm not going to do the whole leaderboard. It was a fantastic Trio Cash Cup. Unfortunately, I predicted it last week. I was really hoping the Parasites would get vaulted by today. They have not been vaulted. They have not been adjusted. They don't cause as many issues in trios. Trust me, they're still bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure if you played the Trio Cash Cup, you either beat someone or lost at the hands of the Parasite. I guarantee it at least once in 10 games. But solos is where they're going to cause the issue. So I'm still praying. I'm hoping Epic, please. I literally tried to make a tweet today to see how many people agree with me, and there's quite a lot. The Parasites need to be adjusted before the next solo Cash Cup. Looking at the NA leaderboard, we see a familiar team, one that I've been hard gassing at the moment. I'm so proud of them. We had the X-Console, Peterbot, and TK pairing up with P-God. This is such a dominant trio right now. They finished in first on 226 points, 9 games played, 3 Victorials, getting more points than Hen, Janice, and Chapix. They had a phenomenal performance today. It came on the back of a final game, which was a 13 elim win. They are playing so phenomenal. Again, the whole team is incredibly impressive, but every time I watch Peterbot, I can't help but just have my mind blown that this guy, this kid, and I don't usually use the term kid a lot, but Peterbot is a young fragger. The fact that he's been on mouse and keyboard for I think 3 seasons now. I was asking my chat and talking to people, came off console on controller, switched to mouse and keyboard, and is an absolute god fighter. Like, this guy, if not already, is going to be one of the best fighters in NA East, hands down. He has not been playing mouse and keyboard that long at all for how ridiculous he is. We also had what I would probably normally say is an unexpected placing from Jays, Knifer, and Donnie, and I don't want to mean that as an insult. These guys have been popping off though, really going under the radar of a lot of people, myself included. Look at their placing so far. They came second in this Trio Cash Cup, second in the last Trio Cash Cup, 4th in Booga's late game mode. They came first in the Trio Cash Cup on 13th of July. Like, these guys are insane right now. We also had Durant's team in third. We had Damir Reverse in 4th. They're in first for a lot of the tournament. Fell off the pace a little bit at the end, unfortunately. They had a 2 5th places, but their second last game was a 26th place. A little bit rough for them, and a 19th place before that. So those 2 games really did cost them. We then had Dripsy's team, and again, like I said, Tayson, but no Rezon and Vino. We had Tayson playing the tournament with Queasy and X8 coming in 6th place overall. We then had another EU team with Robab's team and another EU team with Savage's team in 8th, Slack's team in 9th, and then Gabe Tahi's Sprite in 10th. So EU showing up pretty big on the NA leaderboard, doing really well, getting 3 inside the top 10. Alright guys, that does it for another video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please chuck a like on it. Let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts on anything I talked about today. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It would mean the world to me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.